Not that, Ellie. I'm streaming. Go away. Not now. Come on. Go away. Not now. All right. I think I'm live. Hey guys, welcome to tonight's stream. I'm your host Colin, and thank you again for joining me tonight. For first of all, I have to apologize again um to my YouTube viewers. You guys didn't get to see my stream last night. I was streaming, but apparently when I updated OBS, it kind of threw the multi-chat off a bit. And by the time I realized it, it was already too late. So I did upload it on my YouTube channel though, but I couldn't put it in the live category. It had to go into the video content category. So I'm sorry about that. Just when I thought I had a good streak going. Again, my fault. I think I'm live on both now, so I should be good to go. So, anyways, today we're still gonna do just chatting stream, but today, obviously, we're gonna play Stardew because this is one of the few games that I can actually play without, having too much stress, like Bloodborne or those games, and without spoiling too much, right? I mean, I started streaming with this game, so this game is not only one of my favorite games of all time, but holds a lot of sentimental value for me. So let's get started. This is my real file, by the way, guys. I did spend a lot of hours on this, but we're gonna play this. We're gonna save my real file, obviously this one, for, I would say, maybe when 1.6 comes out, right? And then we'll see what we need to get in that update. But for this scene, we're just gonna go with this one. And the only thing we're doing in this file is just, haven't done anything other than getting a pig. So I didn't really have much of a, I really don't have much of an objective, but I just thought of one just now. Since I'm running this on a Switch, right? So why don't we get as much pigs as possible on a farm and see if I can crash my Switch. So that'll be the goal, I guess. Other than that, we're just gonna chat. And besides, this game has great music. Let's see. We're gonna start out with today's topic, which is pretty, which I just learned a couple hours ago. It's a news that I don't think anyone should be surprised by in the gaming industry, and that is E3 shut down for good this time. I don't mean, it's kind of obvious. When COVID hit, we kind of already knew that it was gonna go down. And then, well, actually, even before COVID happened, I believe people were already saying that E3 was kind of redundant because with this whole streaming thing and Xbox, PS3 doing their own events. I think Nintendo Direct, right? There was really no need for an E3, to be honest. If you look at it from a purely business point of view, yeah, why wouldn't, if you're like Sony, why would you spend all that money, effort, manpower into going to one particular event that's you're gonna have to pay a lot of money for and spend a lot of energy for marketing it when you could just do it on your own, right? Do it from the comfort of your own studio. So the writing was pretty much on the wall. Yeah, at the same time, when I saw the news today, I was still kind of sad. Because you gotta know where I'm from. I came from the age of just when the internet just started. So E3 holds a little bit more sentimental value for me personally. I remember some of the biggest games ever announced were on E3. So to see it go down in this state, even though I knew it was obvious, and it's kind of like a tool that's worn out its welcome. It's kind of like, what about something from my old generation? I guess you can say like BlackBerry phones or those old VCR cassettes recordings, because back then we either had to burn discs or the cassette tapes. That was how I used to record shows, unlike right now, where you can just use torrents and softwares. So we knew that the time was up, but it was just at the same time, I'm still sad to see it go. Some of my I remember how hyped my friends and I were when we were getting together for those E3 watch parties. And unlike today, where a trailer could just drop like that on YouTube, or maybe a tweet, I guess you can say this generation, or currently, everyone has it pretty easily, and sometimes I guess people take it a little bit for granted. Not calling anyone out, of course. I'm just saying that maybe back then it had a little bit more flair. Like when, E3 is like the biggest event for gaming, at least back in the day, right? You just gotta look at it from this perspective. When there's only one event, and where all the biggest names are dropping, it's kind of like Christmas, and everyone was excited for it. There's a certain amount of energy and tension, anticipation building before it, and it's kind of like I don't know, I guess the best words I can describe it is kind of like if you're hungry, and I would always say hunger is probably one of the best seasoning for food, because if you're hungry, you're gonna eat no matter what, and depending how hungry you get, the food doesn't really need to taste good, even though. All right, we're just gonna get some more wood. I mean, I think I chopped down all these damn trees here, so. What was I gonna say? I kind of do miss it. I guess another way I can describe it is kind of like if you watch the old Toonami series, Adult Swim, where if you run home from school, right? That was what I did when I was a kid in elementary school. If you miss an episode of Dragon Ball Z or Naruto or whatever, you're gonna have to wait for the reruns, and that could take a very, very long time. So you never want to miss it. Another thing is that if you, unless of course you want to buy the VHS, it's just something, I guess you can say old school about it, that maybe today people have it a little bit too easily, too accessible, that maybe people don't really appreciate some of the things as much. I mean, we just got a GTA 6 trailer, right? And it was actually announced, it was actually announced right before on Twitter. So some guy spoiled it, and then they released it early, just to, stick it to them, I guess. Oh. Sounds like you missed E3. Welcome back, Speed. Good to have you back tonight. Sounds like you missed the experience of hanging out with your friends. I do. I mean, nowadays, right? What I just described with my experience with E3 watch party, or just like, oh man, these couple of days are going to be great. And we had to gather around in our living room, had our own drinks. Mine was always root beer. Don't hate me for that if you're a Coke or Pepsi or Sprite lover. Root beer for me. Chips. We had all those Hot Pockets ready, writing down which one do we want when we discuss it. And this was like a pregame for us. This was before the game, because we were obviously. Me and my friends, we didn't go to any conventions. I didn't go. We were either too poor, or too young, or something like that. I mean, we were like, 10 years old around there. We're not going to fly all the way to freaking Vegas for a convention, of course. Parents are obviously not going to take us there. But yeah, just the nostalgia factor, and there's something about it. Because it's not just going there for the games, right? You go there for an experience. And there's an experience that you have when it's not so easily reached. I mean, today, just take GTA 6 trailer, for example. I know there's a lot of hype around it, obviously. But everyone got the information from Twitter or YouTube, which is fine. They got it really, really fast. But did anyone, celebrate together with their friends and Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there were, but compared to what we had to go through, or what I remember, what I'm going through, I found my experience a little bit more fun. We didn't even obviously we didn't have Twitter, instant messages. We actually had to like write down stuff and draw. I know, old school, right? But I think it made things just a little bit more interesting. That's just me. Maybe you can call me an old fart. I mean, I am getting there. I literally have like a couple of white hair yet. I haven't even hit 40. Part of the perks of being in the restaurant business, guys. It stresses the hell out of you, especially when it's your own business. But anyways, yeah, I it's like seeing this news today that E3 closes for good. It's kind of like that old grandpa or that old relative or that old tool that you have that used you know, you have a lot of sentimental value for, but you kind of knew that it was their time to go. In fact, I would say it's already past their time. You're still sad to see it go, of course. Let's see. So in order to get more pigs, we're gonna need a couple more farms, or you know, it's gonna take a lot of wood. But after this, I mean, I would never chop wood for it. When you're this rich, right? You're basically just you're just gonna buy them, save so much more time. When all the pigs get to level or have like what max out hearts, and let's see what are my skills for this. Yeah, so foraging, I just need to chop down a couple more trees, and I'll be having that, and I will be able to get uh, that skill of getting maximum, the highest level at whatever item that I forage, which to me is just broken, along with the skill I already have, which is potentially doubling um, the item that you are foraging. But anyways, that's my quick take on E3. So let's move on to another topic. And for those of you guys who didn't join me on yesterday's stream, my viewer Speed right here actually told me to go on a particular website called, I think it's called Click This Button. And I will be doing that in a sec. But I have to thank Speed for this because, well, it was boggling my mind. Today, from morning to the afternoon, I was just kind of, I couldn't come up with anything on any particular topic other than E3, which only happened like, I only knew about it a couple hours ago, like 4 or 5 hours ago. I was like, okay, that's one news I can talk about. But there's no way I can talk about it for an hour. Unless I'm just starting to repeat myself, which I don't think you guys want me to do. So I was like, oh yeah, Speed recommended this website. And I looked it up for a little bit. And it basically just asked me a couple of like, would you rather have this or would you rather have that? Interestingly enough, I played around with it a little bit. So we're going to go see what kind of topic it gives me after I chop this tree. Because I was really getting a little bit freaked out. Well, not freaked out, but weary that, hey, will I be able to keep this just chatting string going every single day? I'll probably run out of topics. I will definitely run out of personal stories though. 2010 content. Hey, yo, hello. We got a new chatter from YouTube. Welcome, Wrecker. Yeah, Wrecker, welcome. This is welcome to the stream. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. This is basically a just chatting stream. I'm playing Stardew right now, and because I love this game, and it's a game that I don't have to think too much about when I'm playing. And I stream every single night at 7 o'clock, so you're just in time. Thank you for coming by the way. Oh my god, I got 3 people today now. Crack, what's up? Thanks for coming by. Yo, this is a new achievement right here. I got 3 people talking to me all at once today. So thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, guys. We're just gonna do this little game again. Just lurking, no problem. Lurk all you want, man. As long as people are here and watching me and giving me feedback or whatever, that's all I really need. This is what this I love about this streaming thing because it's not about getting money or getting views or whatever. I just want a place to hang out with people, at least where you guys can see my face this time. So this is the website that Speed recommended to me. He did say it's 2010, and I again want to thank Speed for recommending me this because I was pretty much running out of subjects to talk about. So it was boggling my mind today, this whole day. It was just, but thank God. So let's turn it up. Let's see what button this. Okay, it's this. I could join one start small dreaming chat with them. That's what I'm here for. I am definitely a small streamer, Wrecker. Um, I love chatting. I actually prefer chatting with people. Again, before this, I never streamed before, so I've only started streaming about near the end of like the last couple of days of October. So that's how new I am. And as you can see, Speed even told me that this is from 2010. And I'm very, very new to this whole culture of streaming and internet culture. So feel free to give me some feedback on what I need to do or what I need to improve upon. Again, thanks for joining. All right, so I pressed the button. It says you develop all manners of telekinetic abilities. God damn it! What is it with my accent? I need to be able to. I pride myself on being able to pronounce English language very well, but sometimes when I stream like this, I realize that I have trouble pronouncing basic words. You can't find topics to talk about with your longtime GF, and it's scary. You know what, Wrecker? I'm not the best guy when it comes to relationship. I never had a girlfriend, but I will give you my opinion on what I think about that. And it's basically if you have a longtime girlfriend or someone in your life that um, you've been with for a long time, based on my experience, the fact that you can, yeah, of course, uh, record for based on my experience, first and only. So kind of this is sounding like a childhood friend from an anime. You know, been together for more than 3 years. I'm not gonna ask how old you are, of course, but you're lucky. I prefer. I mean, I would love to have a girl, the one and only. Well, actually, right now, I just prefer to have one. Anyways, um, well, my opinion on that is basically congratulations. You've been more than together for more than 3 years. That's 3 years more than me. Um, I think just based on my experience, when you're with someone for that long, it really doesn't matter what you uh, find, like what topic to talk about. I know it sounds weird, but when you're so comfortable with someone, um, maybe silence or just being in a room with them is probably a really good feeling for them. This is like basic, well, you're 21, 18 then. So you're basically high school sweethearts, huh? Wow, congrats. I hope it lasts longer. Congratulations to you guys. This happens with me and my some of my closest friends, and of course with my parents as well. I mean, they know pretty much almost everything about me, and I know pretty much everything about them. And on the occasional of like of me just screwing with them, like with my friend, it's okay. When I went to my one of my best friends' wedding, I was the best man, right? We stayed in the hotel, and tomorrow was the wedding. We just stayed in the hotel, just the both of us. And when we ran out of things to talk about, he basically just scrolled on his phone, and I basically was just working on my shop. And there was nothing wrong with it. I did not feel a single second of awkwardness, you know? Yeah. There you go. That's one of the best relationships that you can have. You don't need to consistently like to talk to them just to entertain them. They're basically like your left arm or your legs. They're part of you. It may sound it may sound weird, but that's just how I feel. And sometimes I don't know if you guys feel about it this way, guys. When I have a particular like some of my closest friends, I actually don't even remember how I met them or the time. I was like, hey, I remember when I met you the first time. I don't remember any of that. Yet it's so, yeah, we're so in sync sometimes. We're just like, hey, what's up? And then when they come into my house without like, without even knocking, and then when I go to their house, I basically just, pop a soda or whatever, and they don't really care. It's just part of the well, for me that's the bromance, not a romance thing, but I'm assuming it's almost the same thing with the girl. God, I hope I don't get roasted for this comparing bromance to romance. But yeah, that's the beauty of it. So again, don't take her for granted, and I think she'll tell you the same thing, that you don't need to like engage her with all the time. Other than just being there with her is already good enough, right? The suspense. So don't worry about Wrecker. Rested already? Crack? Best friends are when you can throw worse insults at them and you laugh while they throw them back at you, the worst possible insults. That's basically me and my friends. That describes us to a T. We'll make fun of each other all the time, yet there are some times where I just look at me and I was like, not right now. Otherwise, I'm gonna punch you. Then they go like, okay, not right now. Anyways, we pressed the button already. Um, you develop all manners of telekinetic abilities. There we go. There's the pronunciation. But you must break contact with everyone you currently know and can only watch over them from afar or form new relationships. Yeah, exactly correct. Huh. Which one would I pick? And let's see. You should see some of my interaction with my other friends. Some new people who are used to our relationship, like we talk smack about each other all the time, and sometimes people think that we are fighting, but it's not like that at all. I promise you. Oh, don't worry about it. Just use like asterisks or whatever. I got you. Don't worry about it. You must break contact with everyone you currently know and can only watch them from afar or form new relationships. Well, that break. So basically, I don't really care about the abilities, but is it worth losing all of my friends and just watching them from afar? Hmm. Let me know what you guys think, but if I had to pick one, I would probably say no. My friends and family right now, they make who I am, and to abandon them like that and only watch them from afar, I probably would have a mental breakdown. That's just me. Whenever you love your girlfriend, good for you. Good for you, Wrecker. Hopefully, I can say the same one day. Let's see. Huh? There you go. 57%. There you go. Can you imagine yourself without her? Well, don't get too attached, Wrecker. Just saying, you need to treasure her. You need to take care of her, but don't get overly attached. At the end of the day, even if I had a girlfriend and had all my friends, you have to take care of yourself first, so that you don't so you can take care of her, right? You need to take care of yourself, then you can take care of her. Ain't got no one, anyways. That's true, crack. So, anyways, yeah, I got more people agree with me than not. Develop. Let's see. All right, next. All right. The next one is you can see through people's clothes. Why would I want to see through people's clothes? Everyone knows when you do. This is such an obvious one. This is not a good ability to have to see people's clothing when people know who you when you do. That doesn't. That's. It's like there's not enough attractive people in the world, guys, for me to be able to like see everyone else. There are. I'm pretty sure there's more men than women, just a tiny bit. So I don't want to see naked guys. I like you guys, but I don't want to see you guys naked. Not to mention the fact that you guys would know that I would watch you guys being naked. Wouldn't be useful. Airport security job. That's the only reason I can see for it. Would be. That's true, and not to mention you're seeing it for them naked. I don't. This isn't obviously no. Yeah, exactly. I don't look good naked. I don't think want you anyone to see me naked. Unless it's my girlfriend. Then that's another story. There you go. I can't believe people actually put. There's 42% people who actually pressed yes. Why? Why do you want to see everyone naked? This doesn't make any sense. Speed. I guess you can say that this website is a little bit outdated, 2010. But holy shit, some of these trade offs are not worth it. Just saying. 10,000s of balls naked. Yo, it's the hair that gets me. You know. All right. Well, whoops. Oh, I messed up, guys. I missed that question. I accidentally just pressed the red button, so it popped out another one. My bad. All right, let's go with this one. I didn't even read that question. Let's see. Men rule the world, but women get 3 times more money than men for the exact same job forever. What kind of question is that? What kind of deal is that? This one needs this website needs an update, just saying. We rule the world, but woman gets 3 times more money than men for the exact same job forever. I'm having like okay. There's some mental gymnastics that I have to go through to like even for my brain to even digest this freaking concept. Like, what do you mean men rule the world? And then women get 3 times more money than men for the exact same job forever. So, like, if I work at McDonald's, $15 an hour, a woman would earn $45 an hour, but I rule the world. What does that even mean? That doesn't make any sense, guys. I mean, you guys can help me out here, guys. 2010, great year. Yeah, literally a couple years out of high school for me. Some anime came around. Came up, of course, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, of course. Money rules the world. Wrecker. Money does not rule the world. I have to disagree with you on that. Uh, what? Money has power, but what's more than power is basically people who rule the world. I mean, take Putin for example. God damn it, I didn't want to get political. I mean, but I'm gonna keep going anyway. Putin. I'm sure you all know who Putin is. He's wealthier than Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and all those guys combined. That's just a fact. And I'm pretty sure he's got more power. I mean, Bill Gates can't pay someone to assassinate. Oh shit, maybe he can. Well, Putin can do the same thing. In other words, Putin can do a lot more than Bill Gates. As in, like, maybe Bill Gates can like Bill Gates can buy me out, but Putin does not need to buy me out. He'll just ask me to leave quietly, and I'll probably do it. So that's power. He doesn't need to spend a dime when it comes to that. Money rules the world. Money is a form of power, but it's not the end all be all. It's like a rich guy versus a guy with a gun or a guy with weapons, right? Which one would you pick? Well, the guy with a gun can basically take the money, but the guy with the money doesn't necessarily can doesn't mean that he can always bribe the guy with the gun with a weapon, right? Putin, Vladimir Putin, basically the Tsar of Russia. Yeah, there you go. You can block the gun. Well, unless it's a laser gun, I guess, then sure, maybe sure speed. Damn, Wrecker. Small village close to you got wiped? Really? Damn. I don't even want to guess where you're from. Middle East or something like that? But anyways. This one's pretty easy. Uh, let's see. Might as well just pick one. Uh, let's see. Anyways, on to the next ridiculous question. Please don't give me any more ridiculous questions. You successfully found a way to cure world hunger by natural means. So I basically cured diabetes and obesity. Okay. But you are no longer to digest any food. So I die, basically. If I don't digest food, I'm dead. So basically, would you become a martyr for world hunger? Yeah, I would. Um, I would not be able to digest any food. Oh, you're Polish. Sorry if I didn't mean to hit a sore spot with Russia and all that stuff, man. In the war. Sorry. Let's see. Uh, if you successfully found so basically in this one, I can cure world hunger by dying. Yeah, why not? I'll live on as Jesus probably, and I'll be hailed throughout time, right? Me, Colin, the guy who cured world hunger, died for all of your sins. What if you no cure world hunger, but you no longer need food, but still live? You can only see others enjoy food. Geo student talking about stuff is natural. We're trying to keep this conversation a bit on the lighter side, guys. But you guys can be as edgy as you want. I can take it. To answer Speed's question, you can only see others enjoy food. I would say. Hmm. I still live. Well, then I'll still. I mean, it's the still same. It's still the same, right? Basically, hey, I die for world hunger. So be it. If I can cure cancer, I died. I'll be the martyr. So be it. If that's the case, so be it. Eating cooked chicken after a gym day. Yeah, sounds like you do a good workout record. I'm trying to follow the same. I'm trying to work out right now. It's just 20 minutes a day, and then back to it. Sounds like torture. Humanity doesn't need to see the next day. Crack, come on, Betty. And the misery right now. You're one of those that wants to pray for the next world war, right? You're one of those. You do you, man. I'm just having fun with. You ain't giving up your food. It is what it is, guys. Don't worry. So yeah, I would. I would. So there you go. I'm part of the popular opinion then. All right, next question. Actually, this is actually kind of fun. I'm actually strangely enjoying this. Maybe the next time we could do like a tier list or something like that. Food or whatever. Addicted to long distance running, but since 2022 keep visiting the gym 3 times and do calisthenics. Yo, those are hard. Those are the two that I want to do, but extremely hard for me. My body, I'm on the heavier side, so long running, and also because I'm flat-footed, I get shin splints really easily, so I can't run for too long. Calisthenics, one thing I really want to do, but it fucks up you get too many calluses. For those of you who don't know, calisthenics guys is basically like just like kind of like gymnastics where you like work out with just your body. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, Wrecker. Crack, you're an old guy. I'm not too surprised. I mean, you picked the name crack dealer for a reason, right? 1774. All right, next question. There's one thing I'm disappointed in Stardew is that the fact that the music doesn't continue playing. Right now, I'm just hearing freaking crickets. Ah, Let me know when you guys want me to keep going with this. I'm still having fun. I can do both. You become the world's best musician, but you can only perform covers of other people's songs. So we're gonna play a little bit, and then and then we're gonna go back to it because I need to at least play this game a little bit, right? The one that people coming in and be like, "What the hell is this guy doing?" And the answer was obviously yes. I would become the world's best musician, but I can only play other people's song. There's so many music in the world that you have to understand, guys. Um, I mean, a lot of singers, right? They pay other people to write songs. So, and people, and then sometimes like, there are other better singers, of course. But what I'm saying is, you still can be considered maybe the world's best musician. But at the same time, you need to play other people's music. Not every musician writes their own music, so, it's fine. Of course, I'll press the button. Yeah, I would press it too. That's the most popular musician in the 21st century. I haven't listened to music in a long time, guys. The only music that you guys might boo me for is that I don't listen to rap. I never really understood rap. And people like it for their obvious reasons, but I'm more of a classic. I prefer music instrument playing and maybe a little bit of hip hop. So the only artist that I've ever gone, I wouldn't say gone crazy, but if like all the popular artists that are alive today, I guess Taylor Swift for some reason be outside, I wouldn't care less. But if there's one that I'll be like, oh, I'll definitely go check him out. Michael Jackson, obviously. I still remember back in my country when I was little, even my parents jammed to Michael Jackson. I mean, he's the king of pop, right? No offense if you guys are Swifties. Don't listen too much to rock or rap. Rock is all right. Rock is good. Yeah, but rap, I mean, I don't mind it. I don't hate it. I just don't really get it. So that's just me. Altacore guy? Really? That's a surprising. I thought you'd be more of a banjo kind of guy. We'll go back to the question in a bit, guys. City Pop? Nice. I'm really loving like those lo-fi, just chilling stream. I mean, actually, Crack, weren't you the one who told me to go check out, what is it, Valhalla? That song, what is it? The day before, Every Day is Night, actually went into my playlist of chilling. I don't know what the game is about, but it sounds Tatsuro Yamashita. Man, you really are pretty cultured, aren't you? Interesting. Never would have guessed. I'm also a big fan of J-pop. Big fan of J-pop. Especially the 90s. I mean, Speed, I actually asked him to read one of my favorite comics of all time, Slam Dunk. But if you guys have some time, go check out the Slam Dunk anime. It's long. I can't really recommend it now because it's a little bit dated. But I would say just check out the opening and the ending. To this day, every time I play basketball, those songs just pop into my head. I'll get to it, Crack, once I get enough money. Speaking of which, there was a game that I thought about streaming today, but I couldn't. Well, I canceled all my credit cards from business, right? So I'm kind of broke right now. I wanted to play on Steam, and it's a game that I think would be really, really funny to play as. Yo, man, we got the same taste. Slam Dunk, one of the best shonen works of all time. You know, Takehito Inoue, master genius. If he was outside, I'd probably go shake his hand. I don't do that too often, guys. I'm sure he's heard of it all. One of your favorite. Good to know, man. I'm just saying that it's probably my favorite of all time. Everyone has their own. Like again, Speed's got Folk Metal Alchemist. I really enjoyed that one as well. And no, Ellie, would you stop? Come on, stop it. Hang on, guys. You gotta pet her a little bit. Not now, please. Come on. Alright. My mom's out of town right now, so she's a little bit clingier than usual. We're gonna go out and walk a little bit later, okay? Go play with Snow. Go play with Snow. Sorry about that. Right, where was I? Right. Let's get the question back then. So yeah, I would become the best musician. I would say yes. Yeah, see, most people answered that as well. I mean, a lot of musicians right now still sing like their own old classical music. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you're like one of those classic performers, right? I'm probably pretty sure that you guys would play Beethoven's The Fifth or something like that. Next button. You can never at any point for any reason die. Okay? You will exist for all time and are essentially indestructible. Stop right there. I'm telling you right now, I never found eternal life to be something that's like worth having. I love having a life that has everything that has a shelf life to me has more value. Just saying. Everything has. You like classical rock from the 80s? Yo, rock on, Wrecker. I'm surprised for a guy who's only 21. You like that? Really? Violin and piano. Nice, man. I tried the violin. Couldn't get the I have terrible fingers, so I couldn't do it. Not to mention that my parents being obviously I'm Asian, so of course they tried to get me to play those two instruments. I don't have the good fingers. I don't have the right fingers for them. So, but I do love music tracks, piano tracks. Some kind of my favorite rock musics have always been like a mixture of classical music instruments mixed with like rock. Again, like death metal or something like that. Um, it's just really really cool. Going back to Valhalla, it's about serving drinks and various interesting characters in like a cyberpunk world. Really? No wonder. I kind of got the bar vibe from it. Yeah, the girl on the cover, she was having a little toothpick, and the way that she dressed, I was like, she looks like she's serving drinks. So she certainly got my. It's a varied game. I agree. You want to explain yourself, Speed? You live 80 years, but assure that you be healthy and in good condition throughout it. Good game. It's a good game. There you go. I was like, it's a. I was like, it's a very game. I was like, are you insinuating something, Speed? All right. Let's see. What's the but? This ability is exclusive yours. It cannot be passed to anyone else. Gotten rid of it in any way. I will not choosing this one. There's an episode. Let me tell you. I don't know if you guys know this. One of my favorite series when I was little was actually Justice League. It aired on Cartoon Network right after like the Toonami Dragon Ball Z crap. Um, Not saying DBZ is crap. It's just after Toonami is over, it's usually like Courage the Cowardly Dog, Ed and Eddie, and there's always Justice League. And I didn't watch it back then because I thought it was kind of lame. But as I got a little bit older to like high school, I enjoyed the hell out of it. If you guys ever want to see a good superhero series, I promise you, Justice League, the original Superman, the original Batman animated series, they blow even the DC or excuse me Marvel out. Even when Marvel was good, like the first Iron Man or whatever, they blow them out of the absolute water. I love hell out of it. Courage the Cowardly Dog, yeah. Wrecker, yeah, I stream daily, 7 o'clock Central Time every night, and it's just basically me streaming on both Twitch and YouTube. So you can find me here almost every night. I'm trying to create like an environment where it's like when you have, your good friends, they just come out and hang out with you and just have a quick chat. That's it. Usually though, I'm only going to stream for about an hour, maybe a little bit more depending on the stream, and sometimes I'll play a game. But most of the time, I really want to enjoy chat. I want to do the chatting. Wolverine series, yeah. Batman animated series. Hey, record. I mean, good to know. You guys have some. Bravo, you guys got some great taste. So I hear in the game from their playlist. Again, Craig, I'll definitely check that out. I'm always a sucker for good music. Really, best game to talk about just stream, huh? Oh, record. That's right. You're in Poland, but yeah. Usually, if you didn't know, Speed was actually my first chatter when I first started streaming on Twitch. He gave me a lot of advice, like constructive. Again, bravo. Thanks again, Speed. And usually, I stream around noon Central Time because that was when I was still in my shop. Now it's 7 o'clock, so because of my new job, which is real estate, I can only do about 1 hour or so around there a day. Uh, because I find, and also because I'm back home living with my parents, and they need their beauty sleep after a certain amount of time. Then they're probably going to kick me out. Characters are all adorable. I'll give it a check. I'll definitely see to it, crack. It's just that again, I don't have my credit card right now. I came if I wanted to go outside right now and I don't have gas, I'm screwed. That's how broke I am. So, oh yeah, back to Justice League. Back to this question. Sorry guys. One of my favorite episode, and you guys can see the reviews on this YouTube channel called Jay's Review. He did like a 4 to 6 hour review of the entire series. Awesome reviewer. Again, it's just Jay's Review for Justice League. And one of the characters, villains, was actually like basically indestructible. You cannot kill him. And he outlived everybody. However, and again, I don't want to give spoilers, he really regretted that decision of what he did because he basically killed all of humanity. He was basically stuck alone. And it's a really, really sad life. I'm not going to give away too much anymore, like because that was one of the best episodes in that entire series. It was basically him and Superman. That's all I can reveal. Family always comes first. Yeah. So again back to this question. There's no way that I don't even need to see the butt. I do want a shelf life for my life because it just adds so much to your existence. Knowing that you have an expiration date, same as everyone else, and to be able to stay young and see everyone else passes. I don't think I could take it. But that's just my opinion. Crack, I will play it. If you say that it's not only a good game with great music, and then it's like great for streaming. What else do I need to? What else am I gonna ask for? Unless you're telling me to play something like Skyrim, then it's like, oh my god, 1,000 hours down the drain just right there. I'm like, I don't know if I could take it. I've never played that game, by the way, guys. You like min mortality, but want to have the option to end my life whenever you want. It can be a curse. There you go. So imagine like, I don't know, a solar flare comes up and Earth is basically wiped out, and you're basically living on a rock. You're still alive. What is the point of it, right? I mean, it's not, even if you live, it's not like you're gonna jump onto the moon or jump into another planet. You're basically stuck. There's nothing else you could do. So to me, this is a very, very easy one. Oh my god, people actually pick more they want to be having eternal life? Really? I'm a little bit surprised about this. I'm willing to bet a lot of these people don't realize the consequences it could have. I would love to read some of these comments. Actually, I think there are. Downside not found. You fool! You fool! Yeah, downside is you eventually spend an eternity in subatomic space, and I think that would be a pretty boring. Yeah. Can you imagine just floating around in space of absolute nothingness and darkness and not having the ability to do anything about it? Yeah. What about the other people's presses the button? Yeah. Immortality, in my opinion, is never a good thing. Very cliche in all of anime and movies and whatever. Like it's like eternal life at the expense of everything that is worth living for. So why would you want that? Imagine seeing your children dying before you. Truly a nightmare. Agree. I mean, record. Take you and your girlfriend for example. She becomes older, you stay young, and eventually you see her passing on. It's like what you want to grow alongside her, with her. So imagine how she would feel if you were like, 21 and she becomes like 80 years old. That's not a good thing. Just saying. Give me you a button, tired of humanity. You're funny, crack. All right, next question. You can invent intergalactic space travel. Interesting. The only video game on Earth would be Call of Duty. Uh, oh man. Um, let's see. If I could invent intergalactic space travel in exchange for basically destroying the entire video game franchise, right? This one's controversial. Mm, basically, destroying one entire franchise in exchange for intergalactic space travel. Yeah, I would. To be honest, it's not that hard. Does that mean like if it was just Call of Duty, I don't think too many people would play it anyway, right? But imagine that you can actually go travel to outer space, intergalactic space travel, go to another planet. Hell yeah, sign me up. If there's anything I would want, is probably to become a space pirate. Imagine, I mean, you go to another civilization and stuff. Oh shit, maybe that's not a good thing. Intergalactic war. Yeah, I'm willing to risk it for all that. For the risk of finding new life, intergalactic space travel in exchange for the uh, in exchange for the video game community, I say so be it. I'm sure that there's going to be games that will be missed, of course. GTA 7, I guess, or whatever the next big game is, Super Smash Ultimate Deluxe Edition, whatever. Mario, next Zelda, whatever. Eh, now that I think about it, the video game industry has been like, doing with these microtransactions, so maybe the risk is not all that bad, right? By the way, I'm sorry if I make mistakes with my written language. Basically, if you ever see me writing something nonsense, go damn. Oh, don't worry about the record. Your English is perfectly fine, right, guys? It's fine. Don't worry. Definitely. Yeah, more people, of course. Fire Punch by Tatsuki Fujimoto is the best manga. Talk about immortality, religion, apocalyptic world, and how we function, humans function. Damn, crack. You're one. You feel like one of you sound like one of those guys that want to go out and listen to music in while watching the rain pour down. I'm not saying that it's. I don't know if I can assume that correctly though, but sometimes I do that too. By the way, modern Call of Duty does suck. I haven't touched Call of Duty in so long. The last time I played Call of Duty was the original Modern Warfare 3, and that was because I just wanted to get the story over with. I didn't even enjoy it all that much. Hopefully, you're not too offended, crack. But you're one of those chill guys that I can see just looking up at the sky or looking down with a cigarette like this, and then wondering like, ah, listening to your those musics, right? Yeah, see, I agree. Speed, see, record speed says it's fine. It's not like you guys are speaking Chinese or something. By the way, guys, I am bilingual. And speaking of which, one of the games I thought about playing, but I obviously didn't have the funds to do it, was actually a game strictly on Steam or on PC, and it's basically like a dating sim, but instead of like anime, it was actual Chinese people. I saw this guy's Toast playing it. It was basically like, and I thought it was so interesting because like, oh my god, they spoke Chinese, and it's basically you being in the center of a C drama. I was like, oh man, that looks interesting. It sounds interesting. I'm pretty sure it's going to be really really cheesy, and I thought that would be make a really good video for you guys to watch. So as soon as I find that, then I find the funds, and I'll do that. Where you can find 5 people with Wolverine powers fight each other to death and train on only one comes top. Really? Oh, I can't. My record. You took Japanese. I took 1 year in Japanese. So let me read this. Ohayo gozaimasu. Oh, ohayo gozaimasu basically means good morning. By the way, guys, he's basically writing in hiragana, which is basically Japanese. And there's katakana, which is basically if it's like coffee, then in Japanese it would be kohi. There you go. The hardest thing about Japanese is basically memorizing those damn kanjis. But hiragana and katakana is actually pretty easy to remember. Can both kana and kanji. Kanji is, dude, I'm Chinese and I have a hard time reading kanjis because some of the kanjis are basically the same as Chinese, but they have different meaning and different pronunciations. So that screwed me up in the head a little bit. Thanks, Crack. I'll probably join you if I ever like if we ever do meet in life. I mean, I probably take you up on a cigarette and just look up at the sky, the cloudy sky, enjoying the breeze and the rain, and then put on some saddening music, right? Spoken Japanese is also easy. Yeah. By the way, guys, Japanese is actually it's pretty hard, but that's mainly because of the kanji. But if you're just speaking it, it's not that bad. The pronunciation is actually pretty simplistic. It's not like if you're speaking Spanish, you got that roll of the tongue, and also like German. Like I had a very hard time pronouncing German. I tried it, took a one class, and I was like, I couldn't do this. So I agree. You're not gonna start with Mandarin or Cantonese. Here's the thing, guys. If we didn't know, Mandarin and Cantonese are both Chinese, but Mandarin does not really sound like Cantonese. My parents speak both, but I can't understand Cantonese. Only like a couple of sentences, maybe a few words, but it's not like a southern accent with a New York accent. It's like a different thing almost. Been to Japan this August, surprised how much you can understand. Man, I'm jealous, man. Not just because you got a girlfriend, but also you actually went to Japan. Probably the place that I want to go and visit the most. Next question. Become the richest man on earth. Done. No, I'm just kidding. But killing everyone richer than you using a valve. That's easy, of course. I'll be the richest man alive, and I'll kill whoever's richer than me. It's like to me that's an oxymoron right there. I mean, it's like I'm the richest person, but I have to kill everyone who's richer than me. Well, I'm the richest person, so I really don't have to. There is no one richer than me. I will, I will go check out the entire OST tonight. By the way, so controversial opinion to me, Cantonese is a different language to man. Nope, no worries, man. I grew up in the U.S. I left China when I was like 8, so my Chinese is the equivalent of basically an 8-year-old. So, so don't worry about it. And there's a reason that Chinese or quote unquote Mandarin is probably the hardest language because it is, in my opinion, the most overly complicated language. That's before you get to those goddamn poems. You don't know how many poems I had to memorize when I was in preschool, and that was in preschool in China. It was living hell. Speaks 3 languages, correct? Really? Do tell. What do you speak besides English, of course? I'm gonna guess Spanish. And let's see if you're... I'm gonna guess Spanish. I was gonna say French, but I'm gonna go Italian. Italiana. Let me know if I guessed it right. And record speed, let me know if you you want to dox yourself. No problem. But, you know, sure. Record, believe me, Chinese literature is so overly complex. It's insane. The amount of poems and if you know Chinese, guys, like I'll take for example one kanji. Even though they are one word can be pronounced exactly the same, yet have completely different meanings. That's how overly complicated freaking Chinese is. 2011, before the tsunami. Oh man, lucky you. That is the place I want to visit the most. Just once? I've only been to Japan once. Actually, so I lied. And that was when I was transferring flights from Tokyo to Shanghai. So I visited the airport, Narita. So there. I technically did visit Japan. Now I don't feel left out. I got more than enough wood, but... Oh, right. Plan to visit every year, but you need money. Don't we all? Yeah, well, Wrecker, I'm just saying Narita is the only international airport in Japan. I know there's another one, Haneda, but that's for internet. That's for domestic. Yeah, technically, yeah. And the only thing I bought was one of those like good luck fortune cats that go like this, powered by the sunlight, right? All right, Robin, let's give me another farm. I'm gonna get as many pigs as I can, and see how much my Switch can handle this. Can't imagine the amount of truffles I'd be collecting over there. Oh yeah, 15 hours, that's rough. You can save a little bit of time depending on where you are, of course. If you're flying from Los Angeles, then sure, maybe a little bit safer, but I'm in Central Region, so I usually add about 3.5 hours to it. Not to mention, flying international is a pain in the ass. With all those extra security and stuff. You went to there for October Beaver Auto Bokeh Beaver concert? Oh, wow. Damn. Now I'm really jealous. Alright. Never knew just watching a bunch of Japanese warriors showing middle finger at you would be so fun. Really? What the hell did you do, man? Crack? Japanese people are some of the nicest people that you know, I've heard. They might not take it to... I've never hear that people, Japanese women especially, would flip you off. That's a surprise. In China, I probably would understand, though. Urgh. Need to, Is a punk rock band? Oh, okay. Thanks for the, insider knowledge, my man. There we go. Screw these damn fences. I always break every time. So useless. Wasn't there long? I, a lot of country. See, I'm jealous, Record. I think I'm not. I can't speak for everyone, but the fact that depending on your geological location, right, you can visit so many countries. I'm in the central region of the U.S., so even though if I visit other states, they're more or less the same, unfortunately. And but the fact that if you are in Central Europe, right, or whatever you are, from France to Germany to Switzerland, to what other, maybe even Luxembourg or something like that. Uh, You guys have those high speed rails that goes anywhere. I'm really really jealous. Speaking of which, high speed rails, I mean Japan. Whew. If there's a place that I thought about retiring, if money was no issue, that would be the place because when it's cold, you can just hop on the train and go south. And maybe if you really want the beach action, then just go to Okinawa. My friend was a Navy was stationed there. Beautiful place. And when it's like getting a little bit hotter or whatever, you go north to Hokkaido. Beautiful, beautiful place. I mean, there's tsunamis and stuff, but yo, nothing, tsunamis not keep me from all that good sushi and good ramen and stuff. Oh my god, I'm getting really, really hungry. Damn it. I'm on a diet, guys, so just talking like that make my mouth water a little bit. So I've been eating nothing but freaking green, green slushies, green smoothies. An all-female band, best public transport. Yeah, it's not just that the technology is good, but the Shinkansen, beautiful. But also because like people take so good care of they're so polite. Again, I come from those countries or the East, so we have a collective mindset. You don't want to stand out. You want to follow the path. You want to be respectful and not interrupt other people. Where in the West is a little bit more individualistic. Both have good and bad sides, of course. You know. Oh, Samela, hello. Welcome to the stream. Me and the Speed and Cracker and of course Wrecker. We're just having a really good conversation. Originally, the stream was supposed to end because I only streamed for an hour, but I'm having so much fun that I don't even care. I can keep going. So, and since my mom's out of town, so I can stream for a little bit longer. But you know, what is this game? This is called Stardew Valley. It's a farming simulation game, 16-bit, and it's one of the best games that you can get. It's actually developed by one person. You heard it right, one person. It. I love this game because for its simplicity and for the fact that it's great. The music is awesome, and it's a game that doesn't really require too much thinking. Thus, this is why I am doing my just chatting stream with this game on. So, you know, it's a really, really good cafe. Anyways, we were just talking. I was having so much fun with talking to these guys, and sometimes I see I can just pause this game and, you know, and just have a good chat. The only shame thing is that the music does not go on a loop. So, other than that, this is great, great music. I'm a new streamer, by the way. I just started streaming like a little bit over a month, and it's been a really, really fun time, you know, hanging out with people on chat. May Winter had the worst experience, man. Really? Oh, Samela, we were just talking about like subscribe. Thank you so much for the subscribe. Thank you so much. I stream, by the way, every single night at 7 o'clock Central Time, and you know, basically it's just me hanging out. And based on what I would want in my life is that I just want someone to talk to every night, have someone to hear, and you know, this is what I want to create a community. Thank you so much, Smela. I'm not that cool. Thank you for watching. You know, and we were just sharing experiences. So we were actually just talking about Japan, and it's one of my favorite countries, probably my top country to be in to go visit. So, Crackers told me a couple of stories about him being in there, and we were just getting really really jealous. Before then, we were just talking about food, and I think Wrecker was basically salivating uh, when it comes to the food because, god damn, do I love sushi and ramen. The okonomiyaki. Uh, you know how good those fish over there are. Damn it, I'm on that diet, so I gotta. We're not gonna talk about food anymore, okay, guys? We can talk about something else, but because otherwise I can't talk because all this damn saliva in my mouth is making it hard to talk. Stop thinking about those food. All right, thank you. No offense, guys, but I just can't. I own my own restaurant, so I could talk about food nonstop. Bring back the button? Sure. She wanted to take you on Nagoya, though? Really? Huh. Oops. All right, as you wish. Here we go. Also, Smella, we were playing the button, which is something that Speed recommended to me yesterday, and I didn't know about this, but this this website actually given us a lot to talk about, and it's pretty simple. You press a button, you either choose this or choose that. Pretty simple to understand, right? So hopefully I don't have to go over it. You had fancy dinner at some random skyscraper in Nagoya with 8-course meals. Oh man. I just said stop talking about food, Wrecker. It 8-course meal. That sounds like a either a Michelin star restaurant or that's definitely or sushi or a sushi one of those Michelin star sushi places. Oh god, I miss sushi so much, but even though fish is healthy for you, the rice, right? I'm sorry, but rice is not a good. It's not healthy because you also have to add vinegar and sugar to it, along with the soy sauce on top of the rice, a little bit of wasabi, and that's just the nigiri, which is you guys know that a slice of fish with rice. That's nigiri. Sashimi is basically pure fish, and then you got the rolls. But rolls are usually for foreigners. No offense, guys. Thank God. Stop talking about food. Damn it. Anyways, kept crack long enough, right? He wants the button back. Let's see. All right, richest man. I basically said become the richest man, but I kill everyone richer than you using a yeah, easy. No one is richer than me because I am the richest man. So this is a moot point. Now I'm doing fine. Got that? Really? All right. What's this one? You can visit any point of time in history. Interesting. Once here, you have to spend 2 weeks in a Nazi concentration camp. No can do. No, 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 no. No can do. Because you know why? If you spend 2 weeks, you're it's 2 weeks isn't like could get you killed. I mean, there's a chance of you like getting experimented on. So no, basically you can visit any time in history, but every year you have to be in basically hell for 2 weeks. No, thank you. Not worth it. Just saying. Bai Ping, Wrecker. What is that? Bai Ping? Is that supposed to be Chinese? I will not. Yeah, see, people are smarter than that. There's no way you would even. I wouldn't even spend an hour in a freaking concentration camp. No way. Yeah, see, Craig, you agree. Shoot. Sorry, guys, I accidentally pressed that. I didn't even read the question. We'll do it again. Something wrong, Smella? Uh, ball peen? Oh, good. Thanks. It's good that you know how it works, Smella. Oh, ball peen. You know, if it's some kind of streaming culture joke, I'm not exactly getting it, Wrecker. I want to be a cool space pirate. Everyone else does. Have you seen Cowboy Bebop? It's one of my favorites of all time. Spike Spiegel? Of course. It's either Spike Spiegel. When it comes to space, I told people if I can go into space and have a job, it's either being a space pirate like Spike Spiegel or be like Fry from Futurama, which is basically delivery boy. You know, one is cool and one is basically just having fun with life. You get to be a space pirate. You will always be running from the law. It's easy. That's so pressing the button. Ball peen hammer from one of the previous questions. Well, I didn't. Oh, right, the richest man thing. Uh, you have to kill the richest man, someone who's richer than you, with a ball peen hammer. I have no idea what that means either. I just stopped reading it because, like, um, you know, I don't need to kill anyone because if you are the richest man, why would you? You have no one to kill. You are the richest. That's what it said. Yeah, Futurama and Cowboy Bebop, peak, peak, peak. I'm so glad Futurama's back, though. I saw the new season, and some of it was up, some of it is down. You know, but it's a hit or miss with with the modern Futurama thing. I think Hulu's going to pick it back up. I think we got one more season to go, so hopefully we'll get that. Sad is not real. You're going to get Stardew. Please, I highly recommend this game. One guy worked on this game. It's basically his blood, sweat, and tears in this, and he has been giving out free updates. So right now we're like 1.5. On the last one, he gave out a massive new area for free. That tells me that this guy really truly loves this what he does, and he cares about us gamers. And this is a game that you can spend hundreds of hours of on. You don't have to like there's no main objective. You can play as little or as much as you want. And you're just basically farming, taking care of your farm, making money, and then maybe getting married and then seeing some of the townspeople. That's it. Very simple. Very relaxing. And I definitely recommend the soundtrack for this. Sad is not real. Great. You get to be a captain of the spaceship. Of course. Duh. There you go. Like everyone else, of course we're gonna be there. Damn ads. I don't think my ad blockers are on because I'm on incognito mode. Anyways, $100 will magically appear on your wallet or pockets every day for the rest of your life. You will never know how to drive. You will always crash if you do. Well, does that mean that I'm only gonna I can't drive a car or any sort of vehicle. So if I drive a plane, I'll crash. If I drive a car, I'll crash. Does that mean if I drive a bike, I'll crash too? This one's easy too. Move to Japan. Exactly. Uh, magically appear. So the inability to drive, right? So every month, so let's say 30 days, you get about $3,000 a month if you don't drive. That's what basically this question is. If you think about it that way, then you can't drive anything. In exchange, every month you get 3 grand. That's a pretty hard one, actually. It's actually a pretty good question. Speed, were you the one who did this question? uh, I would have to say. Hmm, do I enjoy driving cars? I'm not gonna miss it. No. I'm gonna say you're a long distance runner. Yep, you can get an Uber. What about you, Crack? What about you, Speed? I would say you might have found this surprising, but I would say no. Mainly because if you have a good job and you invest right, you can get 3 grand a month easily. But then let's say one of the things that I would love to do, I really love doing this, guys, is to just go out and driving at night. So when I'm feeling down, what I'd love to do is to go grab some convenience store sushis. There's a Japanese sushi store like 15 minutes from my house, right? It's called Mitsuwa. And I usually go right when they close uh, to get like a discount sushi. So I grab them, put it in my car, and when I'm feeling down, I basically just there's a thing called drink driving, which is illegal. I'm not sure about eat and drive. So when the traffic dies down, the city is like all dark and lit up, and maybe like around 10 or 11 o'clock, maybe people got work tomorrow or something like that. I drive around like the suburb area along the highway, and it's really, really something that I really, really do. You can recommend some songs? Sure. I always play the some of those anime songs. I play some of those lo-fi songs just to chill. And also, one of the things you want to do in Japan, guys, if you ever go there, driving in the countryside is absolutely amazing. There's a YouTuber called Abroad in Japan. I am a subscriber to him. He's called his name is Chris Abroad, and he makes excellent videos. And he says that during like the fall time, just going to the countryside, seeing like the petals and the leaves fall, and because in Japan it's so safe, and because not too many people have cars unless it's like business or whatever, and you can drive a little bit slowly, and it's one of the most scenic, beautiful experiences that you can have. So for $3,000 a month for the rest of my life, I mean, with inflation, I guess it's not even worth that much. I guess um, I would say not worth it because I know that I can, earn 3 grand extra month, whatever. Because I mean, if you invest well in Bitcoin or stocks or whatever, then 3 grand a month is like, is it really that much? So, but that's my thing. Mr. Affable himself. See, Craig, we just continue to bond like this, my man. I mean, we watch a lot of the same stuff. All right, so I will say I will not. I figured most people would prefer the extra 3 grand a month. Can't blame them in this economy, right? But then again, this is like in 2010, so who knows? Trash Taste podcast. Watch them every week. Yo, speaking of that, Speed is actually the one who he's a big anime fan, and he's the one who introduced me to that 3x3 thing, by Trash Taste. So we had a little discussion on that, and yeah, it was a lot of fun talking to him on there. So, all right, next question, next button. You become the most skilled artist known to mankind. Skilled artist, so Monet, I guess. Your art is unable to be filmed or photographed, thus you will never become famous. This one contradicts itself. So how are you the most skilled artist known to mankind, but you'll never become famous? So this one really confuses me. My 3x3 for an anime? Well, if I'm just on top of my head, I can only give you like maybe a couple. Uh, this will include animes and mangas because, again, I haven't watched too many animes. By the way, Speed, I probably would add probably Full Metal Alchemist on there now. So I really, have been going back and watching just a little bit, itty bits of it. I'm enjoying more and more. Full Metal Alchemist is one. Slam Dunk, obviously. Rurouni Kenshin. I know the controversy, but I'm sorry, but I would still add it on there. Yu Yu Hakusho. That's four. Grand Blue is five. Manga, not the anime. So I got about four more. Cowboy Bebop, obviously. Let's see. I think yeah. There's a couple more. I did have some Trash Taste, of course. Shit. So I believe what is it? Rosario Vampire manga again, and then I need two more. Dragon Ball Z. Yep. And original 1999 Hunter x Hunter. Original 1999. That kind of completes my nine, I think. So, yeah, that's it. You only got extra $100 a day is zloty per day, which is one of the lowest one, pretty much 30% of the average. So good money here. Well, again, I mean, it just depends on people's financial situation, right, Wrecker? I'm in the States, so economy is not great right now, but it'll bounce back, and I'm being optimistic about that. Obviously, pretty decent at drawing, so don't need it. Got a few decent drawing to draw boosts. You crack me up. I'm still not sure about this little thing because, again, it just contradicts itself. Like you would never be, your art is unable to be filmed or photographed, thus you will never be famous. Well, how are you gonna? This doesn't make any sense to me. To be famous, I guess that's fine. Sure, I'll take the button then. So this one's pretty close, 52 to 48. Very, very close. Oh. All right, guys, we're gonna do one more button, and then I think I'm gonna have to go work out again. By the way, guys, I don't eat dinner right now because once I get hungry, I need to work out. Otherwise, I don't want to go out sleeping while being hungry. So the only way I kill the hunger is go by working out. I'm doing Pilates, by the way, so it's not much. Still 7 years. Damn. Well, with the Brexit and stuff, I mean, shouldn't you guys definitely do have a better, have a pretty good advantage. Though I don't know much about the European Union or the geopolitical economy in Europe, though. So my bad. Press the button. You'll win the biggest lottery of all time. So basically, $1 billion lottery. Okay, your family will spend over half of it for their own wants and needs. Okay, sure, this is easy. If I win like the biggest lottery of all time, $1 billion, and the family spent over half of it, so I'm still worth half a billion, 500 million. Pretty easy. So that's easy. Yeah, see, everyone's smart. I was like, yeah, if I win the biggest lottery of all time, it's like, sure, I'll split it in half, and then maybe Uncle Sam takes like 30% or something. I'm still be worth like 300 mil or something like that. So good luck, train more now, be able to train more in the future. Yeah, right now it's just Pilates, man. I mean, I know you're a long distance runner. I really wish I had that kind of foot and body, but when I try to run too long every single day, I had turf toe. Basically, if you guys don't know what that is, it's basically the ligaments. It's a sprain on the big toe ligament, and my foot was swell up for like 2 weeks. It's really, 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 really painful. Evangelion Monogatari series. Okay, I know Evangelion at least. Serial Experiment series. Suzumiya Haruhi. Okay, Cyberpunk Nana. Berserk obviously is great. GTO classic. Good on you, man. Nisekoi. There's your trash taste, of course. Nisekoi is basically the harem thing, guys. Oh, Samela, you're looking at my old streams. Hopefully you didn't found them too cringy. So right now, the every day I'm trying to improve my stream quality little by little. Right. If you have any advice for me, let me know what else I need to improve upon. GTO, you only read the manga. OG, nothing but respect for that, man. Well, Monogatari, Steins Gate. Yeah, man. It's we were just talking about like Samela Nakunji. Hopefully not. I was getting I thought my Bloodborne video was pretty cringy because I pussied out, and it was quite embarrassing. But good thing is, a lot of the comments from the community actually gave me a good amount of encouragement. I don't know if I can stream that game while just chatting because it would require a lot of concentration. Not only on the gameplay, but also me trying to keep my sanity from spilling out for all that craziness in that game. Just saying. Stream quality is worse than. Oh, it's not. I mean, it's. I did spend a good amount of money on like the setting, right? I mean, you should have seen when Speed when he first here when I started streaming on Twitch for the first time. I was streaming on a 7, 8 years old Surface Pro 3 or 4, 4 gigs of RAM, and I tried to stream this game. and it was laggy as hell. So don't worry about it. So I finally got a new laptop and set up and all that stuff. So we're good. Chris, thanks for saying so, though. There he goes, doing it. True, true. All right, you guys can. Since Samel's back, I don't want to stream end it just that quickly because we're gonna do one more question. Otherwise, I need to go work out. Again, Samela, I'm on a diet, so this is why I told Record to stop talking about food. And because I don't, and right now to lose some weight, I don't eat dinner. So in order to kill this hunger, I need to go work out. Otherwise, I'm gonna have a very hard time sleeping. So there's that. But for you guys for coming back, 16 gigs of RAM and a bad CPU. At least yours was like 4 times better than me. Because when I bought mine, I thought, hey, 4 gigs of RAM is better than 2 gigs of RAM, right? So I assume that because most of the things that laptop that I bought at that time, like MacBook, was like 2 gigs of RAM. I was like, well, 4 gigs is definitely better. So it's twice as powerful. So streaming shouldn't be too bad. And little did I know, I was like, oh boy, 7 to 8 years is a very long time in the technology community. And right now, it's like you can get up to like, I don't know, 100 RAMs or something like that. So my laptop right now is 64. And when I took it to Micro Center, which I got it from, they said it's just an average computer. I was like, I spent $1,500 on this thing. What do you mean it's an average computer? They're like, yeah, it's only average. It'll do. It's like, oh my god. So that really, yeah. No dinner. Can never skip a meal. My breakfast consists of a smoothie, which is spinach, sometimes kale, apples, bananas, carrots, and beets. So and then the liquid would be just pure water, and then in order to get some calories in there, it would just be 2 eggs. Sometimes boiled, sometimes sunny days up. 2 eggs. That's it. And then if I ever get hungry, it's just basically apples and bananas, some avocados with sriracha, and then what is it called? Soup. So we, I buy a lot of like those ribs with a lot of cartilage and bones in there, and we make soups out of it. So it doesn't really fill you up because right now I'm not really eating a lot of carbs. Uh, just trying to stay off the carb a little bit. So I'm about at least 25 to 30 pounds overweight. So I'm trying to get back in shape on that. So you didn't know how RAM stuff worked? Yeah, I didn't know either. So we're on the same boat. Really? You post once a month, Wrecker? That's cool. You don't eat breakfast? Really? Crack, I was never a breakfast fan. I mean, back in the day when I was little, obviously I had Tony the Tiger, the Fruit Loops and crap. But ever since leaving high school, I realized how important breakfast is because I was actually in the military, guys, believe it or not. And when you get up at 4:30 in the morning and you go work out, trust me, and then breakfast at 6 o'clock. One of the things that happens in the military for discipline is that if you don't eat, you do not eat. Period. Once like the time is up, like you get 5 minutes to eat. Afterwards, you shovel the food down there. Period. So at first, when I got there, I didn't eat breakfast. Like, I don't want this crap. And then I just started getting hungrier and hungrier until my body started shaking. And then breakfast became my most important thing. And I ate a ton when it comes to breakfast. So fasting on posting in English? Not posting. Yeah, that sounds like a typo. Don't worry about it, Record. It's fasting. I know what that is. 2 weeks of basic training, really? Wow. Stuck at 40K? Yeah, really short. I don't know why, but as much as it means that you have a good metabolism. So you're good. You have a good metabolism. You're one of the lucky ones. So I wish I had that. Trust me, because when I eat, I get pretty big. So again, basic for me. And by the way, guys, I went to basic during the winter time, like at the end of fall through the entire winter. So that freaking place that I went to basic, I still have PTSD from the camping trip. I told Speed about this, and it's that I will never go camping ever again because we camped out in almost a freaking blizzard. People got frostbites and stuff. We had to cancel the trip short. It's called ATX, um, field training exercise, FTX, field training exercise, and that was brutal. I remember sleeping, just trying to stay not warm, but try not to freeze, because if there's one thing that Army gives you in terms of warmth and supplies, it's not to keep you warm, it's to keep you alive. That's what I learned. I remember sleeping on this fucking tent, and because I was sleeping on the side, right, the tent's uh, walls goes down to it. It kind of just lifts up just a little bit from the floor, and the wind would blow in front of my head, and I would just chatter my teeth. It was one of the worst experiences I've ever had in my life. So there you go. I, I was it was we were supposed to camp out for 1 week. We cut it to like 5 days because it was getting icy and was a big blizzard coming in, and that was the only reason that we left. Other than that, field chow was basically you just scrumping out canned beans and canned corn and hoping that it doesn't get too cold. Unfortunately for me, because my last name, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna dox myself, but it's near the end of the alphabet. So I'm usually in the last. I'm always in last place. So by the time I get my food, it's cold, and I usually get the least amount of it because I'm in last place. So there you go. I can go on and on about my training exercise in the military, but that 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 6 months sucked balls. I hated that place. So yeah, let's see. Take the money, win a lot of money. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna do one more button, guys, because you guys have been an awesome community. Thanks for chatting with me. I can't wait to come back here every night. I'm just having so much fun. So for you guys, one more, and then I gotta go work out. Sorry. Will you press the button? You can fly. Hell yeah! I've always said this. The ability that I always want the most is fly, but you can never land. That's easy. I definitely would fly because I can just float. If that means I don't have to walk or run again, I can just fly and float around everywhere. This is such an easy question for me. I expected a little bit more, but I don't know what you guys think, but I definitely would fly. And I'm guessing most people would say yes as well, you know? Wow, it's a lot closer than I thought. I guess people are more of a walker than I thought then. Huh. Do it? Can you make look at your walking? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't have to worry about shin splints or my feet getting sore ever again, right? And imagine if you can fly, you can float, and imagine floating while sleeping. You can sleep while floating. I mean, that's like probably the best feeling. Like, that's like the best cushion. Nothing is going up against your muscles. It's just pure relaxation. So, you don't want to fly, crack? You don't have to fly. You can just float, like float a little bit on the ground. That's it. Nothing too scary about that. You're insomniac? Huh, really? How do you sleep while flying? I imagine like sleeping on a cloud. That's what it feels like. Super soft. And I or another one is like maybe like sleeping while underwater. That's what I assume, Wrecker. You know? Just just it's almost like being inside a womb. One of the things I loved to do when I was little was going down the pool and stay down there and just like this, closing my eyes for like at least a minute. But imagine you can do that for like a much longer time. That's what floating and sleeping is like. That's what I think. Sleeping on the bed is considered landing. Well, that's true. Well, maybe that's a bad idea. Would you have gravity? Again, probably not have gravity. But that goes back to my scenario of basically like being underwater where there's no gravity. You're just basically floating, and that's pretty much it. Or like being in space, right? I mean, those guys in space, they don't have a bed. From what I remember, they sleep in sleeping bags, but they're just floating. And the only thing they had was basically some ropes or something that anchors them down so they don't float around. So yeah, like in space, Mela. There you go. So that's probably really comfortable because there's no gravity to hold you down, hold your body down, right? You're basically um, just in a state of like nothingness, and I think that is like incredibly. That's probably really satisfying. I wish I can do that. They say that the closest thing you can have it is closing to space when you're sleeping in space is like being in the womb. So there you go. That's it. Alrighty. Again, thanks for coming in, guys. I had an absolute blast today. I had 4 people chatting with me, and you know, if this is if this is how much fun it can be with just 4 people, I can't wait to uh, get more people coming in. Probably we'll be doing this again tomorrow because um, it's nothing to do with Stardew. Maybe we can put some other games on with good background music, because unfortunately, Stardew doesn't play music in a loop. But other than that, I had so much fun, and you guys have not only made this stream fun, but also, yeah, it's just that feeling of coming home at night, like with Record with his girlfriend, right? You have someone to come home and talk with you, and just having someone to listen to as well it's a really really nice feeling. So again, I can't thank you guys enough for being here with me tonight. So hopefully you guys will come in. I stream every single night, unless there's like an emergency or like a messed up like yesterday, which I only streamed on Twitch. So you guys on YouTube didn't see me. So I broke my streak that way. But again, don't want to keep this goodbye for too long. But again, thanks you guys for coming in, and hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow or later down the line. Okay, see you later. Thank you.